walk from Kuring-gai railway station takes us down the Lyrebird Gully trek, and because of the late start for the day, we'll camp at Calna Creek, the north side, and the following morning we'll carry on down along the edge of Berowra Creek. And then from there we'll walk up the Sam's Creek to where the crossover is and up the steep slope until we get to the Nod by the lookout. From there we'll retrace our steps and end up at Berowra railway station. It's always nice to get started on a trek. And this first section is sealed, although it actually descends very quickly down into the gully. Once we get down to a little clearing where it flattens out, the sealed section stops and the trek begins. As it descends down some steps, you come to the walker's register. As always, I ask people to please fill those in. We follow the track down and soon cross the creek. The track then wanders along beside some of the big rock walls, and we follow along the edge of the creek, and then we cross the creek using these boulders which have had the steps cut into them for us. And a few meters down we will have to cross again, and we're actually at the top of the Lyrebird waterfall. It's about 25-30 foot drop. Unfortunately you can't see the waterfall. As we cross back up the creek, we'll follow the trek. There are some nice caves here where you can shelter from the weather, both wet and hot. And even though you're walking along near the creek, there's lots of boulders. Nice deep pool there. I reckon it would be great in the summertime to go for a swim. On the walk down on Calna Creek we see a lyrebird. Magnificent tails they have. Soon we arrive where Calna Creek becomes tidal, and we're down onto the flat. We go past the south camping area, then climb up over some rocks using some of the steps put in there, and we arrive at the north camping ground. Only myself there for the night, and it was in very good order, left very clean. Who was ever there before? Well done. Soon we got a little micro fire going, just enough to cook tea with. Someone previously had left a fork there, held onto a branch with a cable tie, great for toasting bread. Next morning, dawned misty, quite warm, but very misty. We got on the trek and soon came down to where the Great North Walk crosses. We're not to cross it, but I can't resist a good bridge, so I had to go across it just for the fun of it. Creek looks really nice, both upstream and downstream. From here, we have to head across the boardwalk. And unfortunately, it's been very wet, so this boardwalk didn't take us quite far enough, so there's still some muddy sections. And soon we climbed out of that, and again, more rocky track to handle. At the end of the climb, just before we cross over into Sam's Creek, we come to this nice little clearing. That's often been used as a campsite. On the other side, down the hill, along Sam's Creek, there's signs of another little campsite being used there. We follow the trek along to reach the stage where you cross Sam's Creek. Once you cross this creek, you have the big climb back up onto the ridge. And this track zigzags its way up the mountainside. Lots of steps, lots of stairs. Actually passed quite a few groups walking down here. You realize how far you've climbed out when you look across and realize you're almost at the top. Well, you're almost. They have put a chair in for rest because if you look around the corner you'll see there's more steps still to go. And some stairs. But with all these climbs, they all do eventually come to the end. We come out onto the maintenance track, and here we'll turn left to head down to the lookout before coming back. After about 300 meters, we turn off onto the lookout. It certainly gives a great view out over Berowra Creek. From here we retrace our steps along the management track and continue on. After some time the track comes in from the left. There's an intersection sign there. We go straight on and soon come to a Y fork. Well, we'll take the left fork, going back up the track following the North Walk signs. From here is a climb back up. And I was quite glad to see the steps and the last stairs. From here, just a short walk back into Berowra and a chance for a cold drink.